So we have just 5 minutes, let's do the best out of it. So if you would have the power of Doctor Strange in our universe, in real life, what would you do?
I'd get from A to B instantly. That's always the go-to power that I would like to have in our reality. There is obviously pleasure in taking time over a journey, but when you're time poor and you have a home and family to go back to, and you want to do jobs in far-flung places or have exciting experiences with your work and can't because of how far away that makes you from your own reality, I'd love to just be able to do that and portal straight from one place to another. That would be the go-to superpower.
Okay, we just see a couple of minutes of that movie, but it's a roller coaster ride. So very great. So what was your most thrilling or most humbling moment on the set?
Oh, God, there were many. I mean, it was a long shoot. I'm just going to do something. I had just eaten a banana. I can feel it in the corner of my mouth. I would say the most exciting bit of it, without giving too much away, there's some people that I got to work with, which was fantastic. There were some set pieces which were just mind-blowing, even on the day, let alone how they'll eventually turn out, whilst everyone's had their way with them in post-production. And the challenges were the weather, COVID, fight scenes and getting older, which I love, but you really feel it the next day. So there was some stuff when, he's fighting hand-to-hand rather than using his powers. But yeah, I mean, the challenge with this one really was marrying it into the MCU, dealing with plot points from series that had yet to finish, a Spider-Man movie that we were making in conjunction with this one, all of which dovetails in the serialization of these characters and stories into what we were dealing with. I mean, the only thing that didn't get rewritten was the title. It was quite seat of the pants. It's the usual way, and I think in the past I've either been a small wheel in a big machine in other outings, or in my standalone origin story, that was kind of all on the page before we started production. Things changed, of course, and got improvised and plussed. But so yeah, dealing with that, trying to shape the film as we were going at times was really hard on everyone.
But you mentioned the physical action, so how much cuts and bruises probably did you get?
I was all right. Benny got quite badly injured in a moment where he's being slammed against something, and I was okay. I try to remember. Yeah, I don't really have many war wounds to speak of. My neck was pretty damaged from whiplash, just from fighting and throwing myself around. But like I said, I'm 45. It's 7 years since I made the first one. I just feel it a bit more. I'm older.
But hanging on that wire, so what kind of feeling is it? Flying over?
Oh, it's magical. And a lot of the harness work isn't as uncomfortable as it used to be. And, some of it's very violent in its motion. But 9 times out of 10, it's at least for the first sort of 5 takes, it's really, really good fun. I mean, it's all good fun, but sometimes it can get a bit uncomfortable. And I love that. I mean, I was flying in some real heights in this one as well, like in camera, not just CGI double digit kind of, digi-double is what I'm trying to say, takeovers, but me really extraordinarily high. At one moment I was so far above the lot that we were filming on that I could see the motorway and sort of people driving, kind of going. I was like, "Oh, that's a free shot." I hope they weren't on their phones, but very surreal to be plucked out of that reality and swoop back into it. But yeah, I mean, how people make films during this era of pandemic and lockdowns and COVID restrictions and protocol, people will write books about this. I think it's extraordinary. I mean, these films are hard enough as it is, but with that, it's kind of hats off to the 500+ crew who made such a personal sacrifice for us not to stop working for a single day. Even after a 2-week Christmas break, they came back. That takes huge commitment and discipline. So that I think the hardest work was done by them, really.
That's amazing. So what was your most funny moment on the set? Do you remember much?
Oh, there were many. I mean, Sam's incredibly animated, so he used to act out a lot of the scenes, and then this happens, and then this person, and then I want you to be, and poor guy, that's his way of doing it. But sometimes I would get the giggles, and not because he's bad, just because it was so animated, like playing all the roles, and he's great that way, Sam. He's just the kid in the bedroom still. His imagination is very rich. And he can hold the important stuff. The simplicity of good storytelling is always at the forefront of his mind. So, I mean, all my good memories are with him, really. But we had some real laughs on this film as well, and we had some great fun shooting in much nicer weather in LA for some reshoots, where we all relaxed a little bit more. And yeah, there's always stuff going on. There's a gag reel. You'll see that one day, and there's just loads of. It's not all. It's Sturm und Drang, I think is the German phrase. I think I've said it badly, but yeah, a lot of light-hearted fun.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you later.